Good morning. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
My name is Yvette Montero Salvatico.
And of course, I'm Frank Spencer.
From Kedge and the Future School. It is November 9th.
2016.
Right. And of course, nothing major happened yesterday. And we're choosing to focus on the holidays. So, happy holidays, everyone.
Happy holidays.
We're going to turn the page.
Absolutely. But more important than that, Yvette, I think one of the things that we wanted to just talk about today is how much we actually do need to think about the future in these days and times, right?
Yeah. I know many of you are probably feeling uncertain and even scared. And we understand completely. We feel that way too. And so I think it's important in these times of crisis to really stop and take stock and think about why a certain situation has arisen. It's really easy to come up with sort of knee-jerk solutions and reactions in a situation like we're in. And what strategic foresight and futures thinking allows us to do is to pause and reflect and ensure that our biases and assumptions aren't clouding our perceptions and our actions.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, we've always said that no matter what's happening in the world, what's going on, that thinking about the future is a critical skill set that we need all the time. And so in some ways, it's not more important today than it was yesterday, but it may very well seem so. One of the things that we can do in times where we may feel uncertain or things have changed and we don't sort of recognize the environment that we're in is we can tend to sort of pull back and become closed off and not want to make any moves until things change to look like we think they should look.
Yeah, but adopting a fixed mindset. Yeah.
And in reality, that's the very time that we need to say, how can we create the future? Yeah. How can we be transformative? How can we be aspirational? And that's what futures thinking and strategic foresight helps us to do. It helps us to create the future that we want to see.
Yeah, so no matter who you voted for yesterday, the fact is that, we're in a very difficult and challenging situation here in the United States and across the globe. We have a lot of disparity. We have a lot of divide. And one of the things that thinking about the future in a collaborative, open way allows us to do is to, move past those differences to find those common spaces for opportunities. So we really are calling for everyone to adopt that futurist mindset, to look past their blinders and their assumptions and biases. Don't think or lead with fear, but instead with opportunity and growth.
Yeah. I mean, it's no different for us at Kedge, right? We woke up this morning to a very different world as well. But, right away, one of the first things we said is that our way of thinking and thinking about the future, just as Harvard Business Review or Rotman Management Magazine or Wired or Fast Company has been saying for the past 10 years plus, is more important today than ever was before. We need to be futures thinkers, and this probably just proves it more than disproves it than ever before, right?
So not to be, a Monday morning quarterback, but clearly we could have seen this coming. But regardless, we're here, and where we are, we can still leverage the skill set and, more importantly, the mindset of a futurist. So what does that look like? Again, that means that we take stock of our current situation, but not at the litany or the systems level, not at the surface, the level above the surface of the water where the iceberg might seem the biggest challenge, but instead beneath the surface of the water. What are the culture and values that cause this issue to emerge to begin with? And below that, what are the myths and metaphors, those unconsciously held beliefs about how the world works that cause those new values to emerge? It's only by diving to that bedrock area that we're able to reassess and reframe those narratives to create a different outcome.
Absolutely. So futures thinking helps us to create that outcome that we want to create. And as you said, it's not just at looking at a piece of the puzzle and trying to move that piece of the puzzle somewhere else. It's really about us understanding how we can shape the values and the mindsets of business and the world and the economy and the environment, et cetera, et cetera. Futures thinking helps us to do that.
Right. So hopefully this little brief talk has helped provide you a bit of a glimpse into how you can be more empowered. Look, we're all creating the future every single day with the actions that we take. There's been actions up until now that have gotten us to this point. What actions are you going to choose to do from this point forward, and what future do you want to create for yourself, for your family, and for your organization? Again, strategic foresight's never been more critical. Let's not make knee-jerk, short-term reactions to what's very challenging situation, and instead pause, reflect, and try to think and take the long-term view.
Yeah. And so I would just say during this time of the holidays where everybody is getting ready to enjoy family, and in the United States, we're going to have Thanksgiving, but Christmas is around the world, and everybody is in that spirit of gift giving and celebrating loved ones and the world. Let's go into 2017 with our hearts and our hands on fire and create that future that we want to create.
Yeah, and we'd love to be a part of that with you. So let us know how we can help. We just wanted to quickly record this message and share with you our thoughts. We're with you always, and onward and upward to the future.
Bye-bye.